Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. I believe last year was the first time I have seen a giant display in the back of BMW 7 Series. This big display that the rear passenger can watch, and it looks so cool. It looks really awesome. From that day, I've been trying to find something for Tesla Model Y, because this Tesla Model Y has this giant glass roof that you can attach something on top of it, and I finally found something. I reached out to Test Studio and asked them if they have anything like I have seen in the 7 Series, and they got something for me, which is this one right here. Let me open it up for you. This is a 17.3 inch theater display for Tesla Model Y. I finally found something really cool for Tesla Model Y. This display has this power on and off that you can fold the display up and down using the remote control or the buttons up here, and you can connect the display to Bluetooth game controller, because you can play the game with the display, and Bluetooth headphone or a built-in speaker from the display. You can watch the movie, play the games, has the HDMI port, and so much more. So in today's video, I'll show you what comes in the box, and then step-by-step installation on the display. A lot easier than I thought it would be, and we'll test it out and see how it looks in my Tesla Model Y. Now let's go. Let's see what comes in the box of this 17-inch theater display for Tesla Model Y. And here what came in the box. Let's take a closer look. So the display, this is the main display itself. So you attach the display on to the middle part of your Model Y glass roof. And it also came with sunshade for the glass roof. The sunshade will cover front and the rear part of the glass roof. Also a remote control. Two options for the power supply. So one option is to plug into your 12-volt socket. You can either plug into the front center console 12-volt socket or plug into the rear 12-volt socket in the back hatch of Tesla Model Y. And this one, it's basically direct to the battery. I prefer this one for sure. It's a lot easier, safer to connect. Also a tape. So this is the foam tape to put at the edge of the display. So left and right, two of them, and the power cord. So you connect this one to this, and then you connect this to the 12-volt socket in your car, and the display is right here. So it has, let me show the back part of the display first. So the back, which is this will face the front part of the car, has the HDMI port, two USB-A ports, and this side is facing the rear, which is the rear passenger. So you have power, and then go back to the menu, and I believe this was up and down. So this one is power. So this displays power up and down using these two buttons right here. Alright, we saw everything that came in the box. Now let me show you where you can get this theater display for Tesla Model Y. You can get this theater display from Test Studio or teststudio.us, and this is a 17.3 inch display with Android 11, and this is all the specs on the display. This is really high quality display, and if you are interested, you can use my special discount code DADTC for extra 20% off. Alright, now let's go and install it in my Tesla Model Y. Now let's start with the installation by routing the power cord from the top part, because we'll be installing the display right there, right in the middle of the glass roof. So as I mentioned before, you could either connect to the center console, or the 12-volt outlet, or the rear hatch. But the rear hatch kind of far away from the position where we are going to install the display. So this way I'm routing the cable from this area to the center console. So what I did was to open up the weather strip or rubber seal on a driver door, and then open up the headliner. As you can see, there's the airbag, so be careful. Use the flexible fishing line to fish through on top. So I did on top of the airbag, and then go on the other side, on the inside here. So I use one of these plastic plier tools to help open up the headliner, and I got the fishing line through on this side. Now after that, we are going to use a electrical tape and tape up this end right here. This end will connect to the monitor or the display, and then tape it up to the fishing line. As you can see, I tape it up to the fishing line to fish this one through. So slowly pull the fishing line part through over the top under the headliner. Slowly, do it slowly, and then go on the other end on the inside, and then you need to open up a little bit more to get this over. I use the same tool to help open up a little more. You can see I got it over on this side. Make sure you do it slowly. Remember, we have the airbag there, so this is over on top of the airbag. The airbag, it's a current airbag, so it drops down, so this will not block the airbag from dropping down. Just fish it through, and that's it. Okay, next step here, we just have to hide the cable. You can see inside the rubber seals all the way down. This part is really easy. And then all the way down here, and then we'll just run the cable underneath the driver chair to the center console. Alright, so now I have the 12-volt plug all the way to the center console, where you or I will be plugging into this 12-volt socket right here. So it's not as complicated as I thought it would be. I just hide the cable underneath the carpet, and it goes here and up there. So now we're done with the wiring installation part. Now we just install the display. Okay, now we can install the display. So what I did was I angle it a little bit, and then use one of these tools again, show you, to open up a little bit to get this bracket in the headliner. See, only in one, the first one in first, and then I turn. So I angle this way and then turn this way, because that's the only way to get it in. And make sure this side right here, because the display will fall down this way, so make sure this side with the buttons is facing the rear of the car, and then the side with the port in the back, as you can see, these ports facing the front of the car, and then just keep moving this side in little by little, slowly. As you can see, moving until front and rear bracket goes into the headliner. As you can see, now we can just adjust the top part to be right in the middle of the car. This still somewhat adjustable, as you can see. Here you go. Alright, that's it, it's done. Now we just have to connect the power cable to the wire that we ran earlier, and then we're just gonna hide the wire underneath the headliner. Now we just have to plug in the power cord into the 12-volt socket inside the center console. As you can see, the power's on. Let's check out in the rear. Alright, the power is on. Let me try to lower or open the display. I guess you have to turn on the power first. There you go. The display is down. Whoa, that is giant display. Holy cow. That is a big display. Wow. There's space on the top, so you still can put a sunshade on top above the display, both front and rear, which is really awesome. Now it's booting up. It's showing, to buckled seat with a Tesla logo, which is really cool. Now we just waited for to boot up. That is huge. Wow, that is big display, a big screen. I didn't realize how big it is until after done installing. This is my hand, and that is the display. This is 17, actually bigger than the 15-inch display on the main screen. That is so cool. And I still, able to adjust if it's too forward or backward. I still can adjust the display around a little bit. It's easier to see and watch. I'm sitting in the back seat right here, and let me recline back. Okay, this is perfect angle for me. Right, so I moved it back so it's a little bit over the middle line on the headliner. Same thing on that side. Now it's nice. Very nice. Wow, this is so cool. Only thing that I would complain before we go through the setting is the material here. I know they're trying to mimic the material on the headliner, but of course it's different color. I rather have it maybe a like a vinyl or a vegan leather material on here would be a lot nicer material, I would say. Before we actually go through all the setting and how it works, let me show you the overall look in my Tesla Model Y first. They recommend to put the sunshade on. It came with both rear and front sunshade. It levels on the sunshade itself. Make sure this reflective side is facing up, and it came with all these clips that you put on, so it's of course protect the heat from getting inside of the car, and probably protect the heat from getting to the display and get it overheat. Wow. As you can see, the display looks really awesome. It's a lot bigger than I thought. It doesn't look big when it's folded down, but it looks huge when it's, you actually open it up. As you can see, wow, it's so cool. You can, as I mentioned before, you can adjust the position. I think this is awesome position for me. Even me sitting here, it's not too close, not too far. It's just perfect. This is 17-inch display. It's bigger than your main 15-inch display. Of course, this is about the same size as the display on the Cybertruck. Actually, it looks pretty big. Okay, let's see the function on the display a little bit first. So it came with the remote control because the display is not touchscreen, so you have to use the remote control to control most of the functions on the display. And you can change the remote control to like a mouse function. So when you press mouse function right here, you will see the arrow, and you can move the arrow around, as you can see. But if you press the mouse function again, then you use as the button left and right. As you can see, you can select it left and right, and the display have music, so you can put the your music in the thumb drive, and of course the movies in the thumb drive, and then you can download it. You can either play from your drive or download it down to the display hard drive. Then we go back, and of course you can also adjust the display manually with the button right here. So that you press this is all the way this way, so you can adjust a little bit out. So it's all the way this way, and this one in. You can do in more, or you can adjust on the remote control too, which is really cool. So you can press, you can see, you get just all the way. So this is the best position to wash, so it's not super straight, but if you want more straight, you adjust back a little bit, like here. To fold up the display, you just press close or turn off right here, and then either that or manually on the display. So just press this button, boom, and it will just close it down or fold up. Really cool. To turn on, same thing. I'll just do it manually right here. So press that, and then the display will just fold down. Oh, one thing to mention is that the display cannot control anything in the car, because as you see in the installation video, I did not connect to the car at all. The display is basically connected to the power in the center console from the 12-volt socket. The remote control, you have a voice command too. You can use the voice command. You can turn, so the display has a built-in speaker somewhere in here. So one here, probably one here, and one here. And you can adjust the volume here. And you can connect a Bluetooth headphone, also a Bluetooth game controller, because you can download the apps. I'll show you later for that. And on the main menu here, you have videos that you can play from the thumb drive, or internal video. You can download it from the thumb drive to play on the display. And you have YouTube.
Xcel Energy understands that solar power is more than just a renewable
the sound
resource.
from a built-in speaker
from
the display, which is really good sound.
Fuels our passions.
I mean, it doesn't have the bass, that's what it doesn't have, but otherwise it has the sound, and it's loud enough for you to wash while you're sitting here. Of course, when the car is not moving or someone is not driving the car, so you don't disturb, you know, the driver, so you don't have to, you know, have a headphone on, so everyone can hear, you know, the sound or audio of what's playing, which is really cool. All right, so we good with a YouTube. So you have a mirror cast, so you can mirror out, you know, whatever you're playing on your cell phone, and you can also input the video input, so you can play Xbox or PlayStation with this display, because it has HDMI, remember, in the back, this side of the display, which is really cool. Okay, so let's go to the app real quick. So we go up, and the apps. So the apps, you can download the app, any apps that has that's on the Google Play Store. And I downloaded a few already. Let's check out Netflix real quick. Here's Netflix, and you can just play. Let me play the trailer of this show. Here's the trailer of the show, so you can have the full screen 17-inch movie in your car. This is very cool, and my daughter would love to have this while we go camping, because the first thing she saw the display and she just told me, let's go for a road trip or let's go camping, because you can actually let me show you real quick, not just sitting here and watch the display on the road trip. So let's see, you are going camping, and then for the seat down, you can see, and you just lay back in here and then watch the movie from that display, and you can still see it nice and clear, because so laying down in the back of Model Y, there's no way you can watch from the front display. This is perfect. I mean, you can still move the display more to the back if you want, you know, to actually lay down in the back of your car and watch it from here, This is really cool display. I didn't realize how cool it is until I actually install and then test it out. Alright, now let's go through the setting real quick, because you can of course connect the display to the internet. So at the moment I connected to my home Wi-Fi internet. Let's go back home. As you can see, it's super responsive, right? So you go to either setting menu here, and you go to network and internet, so you can connect to Wi-Fi and of course your Wi-Fi hotspot on your phone. So when you on the road want to watch, when your kids want to watch movie, there are two ways to do it. So one way to connect to your Wi-Fi hotspot on your phone and watch the movie from here, or you can download the movie in your thumb drive and plug it in and then watch it from there. So the faster way would be download the movie, or you know, you have little kids, the show that she likes to watch, and then just, you know, plug in the thumb drive on the other end of the display. Of course, let me show you the setting menu real quick. So this is the setting menu. You have Bluetooth. I'll show you later how to connect the Bluetooth devices. The applications, display, adjustment, sound, screenshot, storage. So this is the storage at the moment. As I mentioned before, it has 64 gigabyte storage. And security and location and Google account. And Google account will just, you know, connect to your account when you sign up for the Google Play, and everything will just connect. And then the system. So let's check out the system. This is the Android Advanced. Okay, so this is Android 11 right here. As you can see, this is Android 11, which is really good system, and it's super fast. All right, now let's connect the headphone and the game controller. To connect the Bluetooth devices like game controller and the headphone, you go to setting menu right here, and then come down to connected devices. You can select to pair new devices and turn on your device, and it would show up. I connected both of these, so it should just show up when I turn on the devices. Let me turn this one on.
Power on.
So power's on. It should be pairing. Alright, as you can see, it's already paired to the display. So if you already paired once, then it'll just remember and then pair it for you automatically. And let me try the game controller real quick. Alright, so I got both of them paired. The game controller, I just have to go to this one right here, previously connected devices, and then we'll just find the game controller which is connected right now. So it will show multimedia and connected devices, and you can actually connect both at the same time. So right now, as you can see, I'm using a game controller to selecting the menu, and let's go to the gaming. So I'm just gonna click home, and then we'll go to the apps, and I downloaded a game that is controller compatible, which is this one right here, racing game, and then we'll test it out with both a game controller and the headphone. Alright, as you can see, I'm in the game right now, and the controller is fully functional. You can see I can turn left and right, brake, accelerate, and the sound's coming out from the headphone, which you can hear. So they're both connected. Really cool. Now since we know the headphone is connected and it's working, let me turn off the headphone. So I'm gonna press turn off. Now the sound should come out of the speaker. So this is the built-in speaker. It's off the sound. I'm just gonna show you a little bit here, so you can use all the buttons on this controller with this game. Very cool. I'll try to find this controller on, I think I got it from Amazon. I'll put the link in the description too. This is so cool. This is awesome. You know what? It's not just for my kids. You know, if if you off, take a little break from work, I'll just come back to it, go to my car for 15 minutes and play games and relax or watch a series in a full display, a full screen. But yeah, this is so cool. Alright, now we know the controller, Bluetooth controller is working, plus the Bluetooth headphones, they're working at the same time. Now let's get out of the game, and you can download any apps from Google Play stores, games, streaming services, anything that is compatible with the device. I mean mainly with all the Android devices. Any game, I'll just looking for a game that is controller based, because remember this display is not touchscreen display, so you have to either control it by the remote control that came with the display, or you get one of these awesome Bluetooth game controller to play with the display. So there are so many things you can do with the display. As I mentioned before, you can connect the display to HDMI, and you just select right here video input, and then I'll just look for the HDMI signal. You can also connect the display to your car speaker. So go to your car speaker and then go to devices and connect phones. You just look for the display list in here, and the name of the display should be this one right here, A60X series, and you just connect on your car right here, A60X series, and just select that, and it should be connecting right now. Just hit pair, and that's it. Now it should be connected to the car speaker. Let's test it out with YouTube. You can see the sound is coming out from the car speakers, so now you can get that speakers quality.
Hey guys, Paul here.
Only thing here
to the channel
with the Tesla car speaker is that it has like a split-second delay on it. As you can see, it's a little delay on the car speaker. It doesn't matter what kind of device I connect it to, even my phone, it still has that delay with the car speaker. So this is the specs on the display. This is high resolution 17.3 inch IPS HD screen, and the resolution is 1920 by 1080p, and the full specs on the system is Android 11, 8-core processor, and 4GB of RAM and 64GB of memory. I want to show you the quality of the display real quick with this trailer right here.
So they get it. I'm embedded with the power.
Would you take it?
As you can see, it's super crisp, super clean, really good, the high resolution display. As you can see, the resolution on the game, on the racing game before, so I picked the high resolution game so we can see the resolution of it, and plus look at the awesome resolution, awesome quality on the movie to watch in the back of your Tesla Model Y. Now, not only my daughter can enjoy it, myself and my family can enjoy it on the road trip camping. This is really awesome display. Regardless of what could be improved, here's are something that could be improved. I think first of all, is the material that they use to cover up the display, or the bar that is mounting the display. It could be a little bit more premium, I think, for the price. And I found one thing, I know it's not a big deal for someone, but could be a big deal, but there's like 3 screws that actually expose from the materials that I can see from here. But otherwise, the display itself is awesome, really high quality, and the system on the display, it's really great, really responsive. I have no complaint with that. The remote control pretty much does everything you need. Plus you have the Google Play Store, so you can download any apps you want. I mean, the possibility is endless with this display. You can watch anything from the thumb drive to HDMI input. I think what I love the most about this display is the performance of the system. It's really quick, really snappy. It doesn't have a lot of delay when you want to use any app. Plus, of course, as you can see in the video, the quality of the display itself. Let me know in the comment down below what you think about this display. Now I can have this 17-inch display. It looks just like the one in the 7 series on the BMW. Now I found something that I want for my family. This is so cool. I'll make sure to put the link of this display in the description down below and special discount code for you. Thank you so much for watching today's video, guys, and make sure to click like if you like the video. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.